What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, backing in with another market deep dive. We're going to be checking out ZEBEC. So if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. If you're interested in a free Discord, it'll be linked in the description. We talk about all charts, we talk about crypto, we talk about traditional stocks, we talk about precious metals. Everyone is welcome, bearish, bullish, neutral. People on the sideline, people that don't know what's going on. Everyone is welcome. I also offer a paid Patreon membership with a bunch of tools at your disposal if you're looking to expand on your trading style, if you're looking to go deeper in understanding, the philosophy that I use. And so go ahead, check that out if you're interested. Without further ado, let's get into it. So, ZBEC, we talked about this. We talked about this a little bit ago. ZBEC, ZBEC, ZBCN, ZBCN. Yeah, there we go. February 24th, right there. We talked about it. Okay, right here. So we got the receipts. You know how we do. We bring receipts to the channel, and we were calling for this to hold. Okay, with that green dot. Okay, people in the Discord saw that, especially for the premium members. I have a trading view indicator that that signals bullish signals. Okay, bearish signals. So every time that this green dot prints on the weekly, it's automatically updated for the premium members. Okay, so we had that right here, hit that low, and now it's up. It's up a pretty good amount. Okay, it's up 40%, and it does look like it's flagging out. It does look like it's flagging out. So on the daily, I expect the daily to look good. I expect the hourly to look good. We're gonna get into that. I do want to check out. Nice, the 2 week fired. The 3 week fired. What the monthly? There isn't not enough data. Not enough data, but it's all good. It's all good. What about the 10-day? The 10-day. Nice. The 10-day is crossing green. Is it actually crossing green? It is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that thing go. Look at that thing go. Okay, so we got a green cross. We got some green on the charts. Okay, so typically, once you get one, you get a couple. Okay, you get a couple. Even if it's like a bear rally, you're still gonna get a couple, and then you can come down. Okay, so I'm expecting a little rally. I'm expecting a little rally to see what's going on. You're above the moving average, which is very nice. You had that 10-day buy signal, and then it went crazy. Um, I do want to check this out on the weekly chart just for the structure of what's going on. This is looking very roundy, which is very nice. Okay, and it kind of does look like it might want to, let me just draw this a little bit better. It might want to flag out here a little bit and then go, or we're doing this. We're doing this. Okay, cupping into resistance. All right, and then you flag out, and then you can go. All right, that would be that'd be really nice, right? Something like this where you cupping into resistance, flag out, and go. Very similar to that. Okay, very similar to that. Something that I would like to really see. I would really like to see 32505 taken. And that's my key level. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my ideas. These are my levels. Okay. Make sure that you do your own research. Make sure that you stick to a plan. Okay. That's part of the philosophy that we go through for the premium members. I have a Profit Lab series where we talk about, hey, this is where I'm taking profits. Why? This, that, and the other. For multiple assets, not just crypto. Okay. We had a Snapchat trade. All right, we had a Snapchat trade, took profits, we got out, and look at it go down. Okay, so we're in QSI right now. We have a nice stop loss, so we're not worried about holding to zero. Okay, we're not worried about holding to zero. You are forming some bearish divergence. Okay, so you have, I mean, this does look like a higher high, right? I know I'm blind. Yeah. So you got higher highs, and you got lower highs on the daily. Okay, so as far as this, I would like this RSI actually to come down through here and take out this low right here. Okay, so yeah, this RSI thing needs to come down and cool off, and then you can start going. But then you need to take out this high. Okay, then you got to take out that high. Okay, so it is pretty bearish right now. I'm not gonna lie. If I was in ZBEC, I would have once I saw this bearish divergence, right? Once I saw this, I would I would be looking to take profits up through here for sure. Because you got three, right? You got three drives to the high. It is looking a little bearish right now. So on the weekly it looks good, but on the daily it's not so good. So that's why, it's um, that's why we're looking at different time frames, right? Sorry, we had this breakout right through here. We had this, we drew this chart through here, broke out, slammed back down, took the lows, which is normal, and then you started to run up. Okay, so what we have now here is I'm going to try to look at what we got going on. Definitely bearish divergence, so I do think we're headed down. I do think we're headed down. We have bearish divergence right here. We have bearish divergence on the RSI. We're crossing down below on the MACD. You've had a bunch of green through here. You had a bunch of green through here. You really didn't do a lot. So I expect this to cool off a little bit. Okay, I expect it to cool off a little bit. In terms of what's going on, right? In terms of what's going on, I mean, this does look like a 1-2. I mean, at this point, this closed down below here, so that can't be this can't be a third wave because the termination, right? This for the Elliott wave count, fourth wave, any kind of fourth wave correction can't close below the one wave termination. Okay, so it's kind of ugly what you got going on. You almost have like a 1-2. You have a 1-2, right? Because this closed below this. Okay, and then you have like a 1-2. So you have a bunch of 1-2s. That's it. You got a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. So that's not something that you really want to see. You don't want to see that. And it's ascending. It's looking like an ascending wedge. I'd be very, very careful with this right now. I'm definitely not entering ZBCN right now or ZEBEC. Definitely not entering. I'm looking to possibly just scale out a little bit, or have a tight stop loss with a level that I feel comfortable at. I do want to hold this like right up to here. There we go. Something like that. Perfect. And then something like this. It's almost like, there we go. Cool. Something like that right there. Okay, so this thing can really come back down through here. That would be nice. I mean, more than likely, if I'm being honest, this does look like a three-way move, and it does look like it wants to come back down. Clear this whole thing out. Clear out all that liquidity up in there. $267 million asset, so there's probably some good liquidity right here. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. No. Let's take the high. Yeah. I mean, even the 618 is not low enough. Yeah, I'm looking for and the way the channel works, the way that my ideas work, and the way that I go about trading is I don't really worry about a bunch of different zones. So we're in between 32505 and we're in between 18496. We have bearish divergence in the middle of a channel, not middle, but almost towards above 50% towards the upside. Okay, so it's for me, this is a high risk play. For me, this is a high risk play because you got, when we're right through here. Let me see here. Where is it? Right. This is that big resistance that we're looking at. Okay, and then you really could come all the way back down here. Right. You really could. Okay. So that is, yeah, that's not even a 1-to-1 risk ratio. Let's say you had a stop loss just to the trend line. Just maybe just to this low. Maybe take out that low. That's not worth it, in my opinion. Okay, in my opinion, it's not worth it. It would have been worth it down through here, because you could have put it like right through here, right there. You hit this. So I'm talking about when you came through. Right here. Right, so come right here, buy. Okay, buy right here. Once you break out, back test, buy, and then your next stop loss. I mean, you could always I mean, this could have been easily. You come right to here to this trend line, like a 5%. I typically especially in the profit lab series, I use 5% stop losses, so very tight stop losses and still have successful trades. So look at that Risk reward ratio is very nice, 75%. And you're still right under the trend line. So if you do sweep any kind of lows, if you sweep this low, you're still safe. So let's say you came down right there here, you'd still be safe. So that's kind of the idea. And we cover that stuff in the Profit Lab series. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, check it out. Kind of already talked about the count. This looked very nice. Like, this is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. This now is not what you want to see. You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this. So let's check out the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart. Yeah, you got a red dot. You got a red dot on the daily as well. Yeah, I'm expecting this to go down a little bit more. I'm expecting it to go down a little bit more. I mean, a little bit more. I mean, I'm expecting it to go down and take out some lows, if I'm being honest. There's no actual setup. We've already talked about it. There's no setup. It's a bunch of 1-2s. This would have been really nice if this like came up and like back tested this level, stayed at that level, then kept going. Because then you'd have you would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could have a 5. You'd kind of get rid of this junk right through here. So I know it's been green. I know the weekly looks good, but I'm cautiously optimistic on this chart. Okay, I'm cautiously optimistic. Yes, the weekly looks good. We can go back to the weekly. Okay, the weekly does look good, but at the same time, right? The 4-hour feeds into the daily to the weekly. So, the weekly candle looks terrible, right? This candle looks terrible. It's a really bad candle, really bad candle. So, it's a wickless candle actually. Is it a wickless candle? Barely. Yeah, this thing is getting slammed down. Honestly, it almost looks like when we're talking about this, it really does look like an A, B, C. So that's what we're gonna look for right now. Okay. I do want to add. We're gonna add one more in here. We're gonna move it around a little bit. We're gonna move it around a little bit just for an area of reference. All right, gotta have something. Okay, the 1618 is down at 21. Okay. What about this right here? Where did this get to? So far, I mean, if this is it's not even it's not a flat because it's not a higher high. Even on this little retracement through here, it's coming right to that 618 level. Yeah, I'm expecting let's take this level and then let's see where we're at. A little bit lower. A little bit lower. I really want to put it to the 1618, but we can't put this. I do want to move this actually to the 2618. Nah, I had that down there for a reason. I just want to move it a little bit closer to the 2618 because that is a full move. If there's some kind of rally, it's gonna really go to the downside. 1414, and that aligns with this candle right there, this candle right here. I could bring it up just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's not just the fibs, right? We gotta look at price action too. Something like right there. That aligns with that. Almost with that right there. I do like that. Okay. So is this on the daily? Is this on the 4-hour? We can check that out. Cool. There we go. Breaking the trend line. right? Come down through here, ABC, break the trend line, take out some lows. That's that first level, second level, third level. That's what I got for now, right? I mean, there's obviously targets to the upside, but we can't get to those until we get out of this range, right? We're in this range right now. So as always, that's how we do things here. If you like that style, if you like the way I break down charts, I go into deep dives on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I go live on Mondays and Wednesdays. So stop by, drop your ticker, we'll cover it. Um, if you're interested in the free Discord, it'll be linked in the description. As always, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your time. Take it easy. Peace.